What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Knicks Community Podcast, now on YouTube. I think I'm just going to stick with the now on YouTube title because it sounds pretty nice and professional in my opinion. So, the Knicks versus Cavs game just wrapped up, and we lost 106 to 103. Our leading scorers were Julius Randle with 28 points, RJ Barrett with 20 points, and Emmanuel Quickley with 23 points. I think the biggest disappointment, especially at the end of this game, definitely had to be turnovers and just basically mistakes. They were basic mistakes too. Like there was a play where I believe there was 20 seconds left, and Knicks were down by probably one or two, and Reggie Bullock gets the steal, fast break opportunity. Reggie Bullock passes it to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson tries to catch the ball, completely misses it. Then I think C.D. Osman got it. I'm surprised he didn't go out of bounds on that play. And then Mitchell Robinson fouled him with more than 20 seconds left, and both the Cavs and the Knicks were both in the bonus. So would have sent him to the free throw line if he fouled, and Mitchell Robinson did. So players went to the foul line. And a big piece of why I believe we lost this game was at the end we just didn't stop Damian Dotson as I hoped we would have. I think that, in all honesty, do I believe that the Julius Randle clear path foul call was right? No, I don't think that was a clear path foul because it was kind of like Julius Randle was here and like Damian Dotson was kind of like here, and like Julius Randle kind of like hugged him in a way. It wasn't like, it's not like in like 2K where it's like a clear path foul is like Julius Randle is here and Dotson's here and like he's going all the way, and then clear path foul, he's still going, right? Because then you can specifically see, I'm trying to like get my hands in the frame. You specifically can see that he has a cleared path when Julius Randle would be behind him. That would be a clear path foul. But no, it was like Julius Randle was like right next to him. You know what I mean? So that was tough. Also missed shots too. We weren't hitting shots. And turnovers for sure. Definitely messed us up at the end. A specific moment was right towards the end. RJ has the ball and he's going, and then they steal it from him, and ball game. Okoro hit the free throws. Emmanuel Quickley actually scored with 3 seconds left. That was kind of cool to make it a 3-point game. And I think I'll focus on some positives that I saw tonight. Kevin Knox. I get confused. Kevin Love's injured. He was on the bench the whole time screaming and cheering. Kevin Knox and his ability from deep, you can see has totally improved. And you can see that he's really working on it too, because it's becoming a consistent shot. When he hit his first three, it was in the corner, right? That automatic Kevin Knox corner shot we all love. And then his second three was with no hesitation and contested as well. And he just let it fly and it went in. And I thought, this is a confident player. He believes in his shot. He believes it will go in, and it went in. And we've seen this now over the course of many games, I believe we saw it in Charlotte against the Hornets. I believe that's where Kevin Knox hit 5 threes. I guess really going back to what I've been saying in recent episodes, about our second key consistent scorer, this game showed that you can easily see it in Kevin Knox and Emmanuel Quickley, right? I posted on my Knicks community Instagram page that video of Emmanuel Quickley putting shots up at MSG after the Nets game. You guys seem to love it. Thank you for the support. But that just shows you that he's so dedicated to really proving himself in this league. Saying, "Hey, I'm not just a rookie. I'm Emmanuel Quickley. There's nobody like me, right? Nobody's going to score like me. Nobody has a floater like me." And RJ was really interesting because he had a lot of moments of, I guess, of great moments, and then he had a lot of bad moments. I believe it was like shot clock was running out, and I think he hit like a kind of like a step back off the dribble, kind of fading looking shot, and it went in. That was a great shot. I believe that was to bring it back within one. So that was great, and I love Elfrid Payton. I know that Slizzy from State of the Knicks podcast is gonna hate me right now because he absolutely hates Elfrid Payton. But I think that I said this in the chat on Die Hard Knicks podcast's halftime show. You gotta love Elfrid Payton's aggression for just driving in the paint. There were moments in tonight's game where he got buckets in the paint because he took it on himself to say, "Hey, I am going to be a leader, and I'm going to just bash my way into the paint to try to get buckets." It worked. And it's really interesting because some nights I think Elfrid Payton forces it in the paint too much, right? That's mainly when it's not really working. Same with like Quickley and his floaters. If it's not working, he's forcing it. And another key moment that I saw was, I think that towards the end of the game, I don't think we were afraid of Drummond by that point. You saw Julius Randle absolutely posterize Andre Drummond right towards the end. You saw, I believe Nerlens Noel blocked Andre Drummond and I remember when that happened, I first thought he completely broke his arm or something. I thought it was going to be like Andrew Bogut on the Bucks sort of thing, where Andrew Bogut he dunked and then he held on the rim, and then as he was letting go, he went forward and landed completely on his arm. And I thought it was kind of going to be like that, where Nerlens Noel completely broke his arm. But that was not the case. That was not the case at all. Which was great to see. And I really like the defensive intensity of, yes, it was against JaVale McGee, not Andre Drummond. I was just looking for it on Twitter, and Mike Vorkunov, I can't really pronounce his last name, but he's great. He's a great person to look at for Knicks content. I follow him. I highly recommend everybody else follows him on Twitter. And Nerlens Noel, by that point, he had about 6 blocks off the bench tonight for the Knicks, which was really, really, really exciting to see. And I believe that, you're seeing his defensive intensity not only in this game. You saw it in Charlotte when he stuffed LaMelo Ball, right? I said that on Die Hard Knicks podcast halftime show as well. I said, listen, he's stopping LaMelo Ball. Listen, LaMelo Ball's been very inconsistent this season, right? You never know when he's going to drop a triple-double or he's going to be at 1 for 10. And if you eliminate LaMelo Ball from that team from being a scoring weapon, obviously you have Gordon Hayward to worry about, Devontae Graham, Bismack Biyombo could go off. You never know. It's the NBA. Anything can happen. But I really like what I'm seeing from Nerlens Noel defensively, from a defensive perspective. And I really think that he's going to provide us valuable, I guess, skills in that area, because defense was a struggle tonight, right? We couldn't stop Dotson, and I miss Dotson. Whole team, like he was going off. He was hitting threes, and I believe that this was his revenge game. I think I saw Knicks videos or SNY Knicks on Twitter like post something like, "Oh, it's Dotson's revenge game," like right when he was going off in the fourth. But I guess what I'll say lastly is is the areas of improvement that I want to see. I want to see I just want us to rewatch the end of the fourth and to see the errors we made and the mistakes that we made so we could fix those. Because we cannot have Mitchell Robinson not being able to catch those fast break pass, for the easy layup or dunk or whatever. We can't have that because, like we saw tonight, led to a turnover. Mitchell Robinson fouled, right? We can't see RJ Barrett try to drive in and he gets the ball stolen. So I believe that we really have to look at our turnovers and really just kind of fix those areas that we need to improve on because we can't end games like that. And I think we're playing the Celtics next week, or not next week, but in a couple of days. So I think I'll end the episode off with my predictions for this Celtics game. Yes, we're playing the Celtics on the 17th at 1 p.m. early game. Do I think we're going to win this? It's tough because there's so many weapons on the Celtics. You have Jaylen Brown, who's absolutely going off. You have Taco Fall, who just hit a 3 tonight. No, I'm kidding. But I did see Taco Fall play in real life at Knicks opening night last season. But Taco Fall, in all honesty, he did hit a 3 tonight. You never know. You could be worried about that. You never know. Think about it. Knicks are tie game. Taco Fall hits a game-winning 3. You never know. Anything can happen. Peyton Pritchard. I loved watching him in Oregon. And I've loved seeing his style of play. I think he's really aggressive at getting shots, getting good looks. And he's a very efficient scorer. I think he's definitely somebody to keep your eye on, right? Marcus Smart. I mean, I believe Kemba Walker is still out. But you never know. If he's back, you always got to watch out for him. Jason Tatum has COVID. I don't really know how long he's going to be out for, but if he's back, got to watch out for him too. Celtics are first in the East. They have a record of 8-3. We have a record of 5-8. We're now 11th in the East. Do I think we can win this game? Listen, on paper, no, because I just feel like Boston's such an overpowered team, and I feel like Jaylen Brown has just been absolutely going off. And I don't think he's stopping that hot streak anytime soon. But you never know, because this is going to tie back into what I just said about improving the turnovers and the errors that we made tonight in the fourth and the whole game in general, but specifically the fourth, because we cannot close games out like that. If we improve on making better judgment calls in those clutch time situations, and we get stops and Mitchell Robinson goes off and Julius Randle goes off, Quickley goes off, efficient scoring, defensive stops, ball movement, assists, I think we can make it close. I mean, we just need to see what happens, in all honesty. Because, there's been games that on paper, before it happened, I didn't think the Knicks were going to win. A great example is the Milwaukee Bucks game at the beginning of this season. I mean, it is still the beginning, but, right at the very beginning, I did not think we were going to beat the Bucks at all. And we beat them by 20? By 20? Did not think that was going to happen. That game shows you anything can happen. On paper, I don't think the Knicks are going to win this game, but you never know what's going to happen. We could win. We might get crushed, or we could crush them. You absolutely never know in the NBA. That's going to do it for this episode, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.